Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Today on The Young and the Restless, Kyle unknowingly provides a tie between Alan and Sharon and Phyllis' ordeal. Chelsea and Adam make love and Summer shares her concerns about Phyllis. Diane and Jack meet Tracy at the club and tell her she's glowing. Tracy has waited long to be this happy and feels she deserves it. Diane admires her engagement ring, and Jack asks about the official proposal. Tracy says it was dashing. I am 100% sure I want to marry Alan Laurent. I've never met another man like him. She reveals that they want to marry in Paris and asks Jack to borrow the company jet to fly over there tonight. Jack appears taken aback. Tracy notices the drop in enthusiasm. Jack asks, Paris? Diane wonders if it was her idea. Tracy argues it's the most romantic city in the world. Jack and Diane think it seems rushed. Tracy says they just want to go find the perfect venue. Alan's so eager. Jack finds this all very impulsive. It doesn't sit right with him. He offers to talk to Alan and asks, where is he anyway? They sit and Tracy says Alan's gone to take care of some things. He's getting messages on his phone about a security breach and thinks he's been hacked. Jack frowns. Tracy thought he approved of Alan. Jack shrugs that maybe he's turning into a worrier. Tracy tells him Alan has never pretended to be someone he's not. Jack would love to witness their union. He's concerned they'll run off and get married without them. Tracy promises no eloping. They want all the Abbotts to attend their wedding. She asks Jack to walk her down the aisle. Jack tears up. It would be my honor. They recall that he gave her away at her wedding to Brad. Tracy marvels that it seems like a lifetime ago. They miss John. Tracy tells Jack she reminds her of him every day. It's the way he acts. He was so proud of you. Jack's sorry he rained on her parade. He knows she can take care of herself. Diane chides them not to start crying again as Kyle appears. He reports that Phyllis and Sharon are back home. Diane asks if Phyllis faked it. Kyle says they were both being held captive together. Jack's relieved they're okay. Kyle says they're psychically fine. Tracy hopes they catch the monster responsible and soon. Kyle notices her ring and asks when the big day will be. Tracy laughs that she's not sure, but it's going to be a short engagement. At Crimson Lights, Sharon serves Nick a scone and tea. He thinks it's a bribe. She says it's a hint. He guesses she's wondering if he's given thought to accompanying her and Faith to London to see Noah. Sharon admits it. Nick says it's a tempting offer, but he has to say no. Sharon tells him they wouldn't have to leave right away. Nick admits it's never a good time to take time off from Newman. Sharon argues he could work remotely. Nick says it's not really about work. She needs time with her kids after all she's been through. She should take that time and convince Mariah to go along too. He asked her to say hello to the king for him. Sharon smiles. They go over how strong she is. But Nick still thinks she needs time to heal. I promise you I will keep an eye on things around here until you get back. Sharon needs him to come so he can keep an eye on her. Sharon tells Nick that he's known her most of her life. He may know her better than she knows herself. Nick nods. That's why she should listen to him and take time to heal. Sharon shrugs that it won't be the same without him there. It would mean so much to her for them all to spend time together. Nick asks her to be honest. Do you ever think about us? Sharon asks, you and me? He nods. Nick tells her she doesn't have to answer. Sharon asks Nick why he's thinking about this now. Nick knows this isn't coming out of left field. There are times when they're together that he gets the sense she wishes something would happen. Like when they say goodbye. Sharon doesn't know what he's talking about. Nick thinks she does. I think there's something there. He wants her to be honest. Sharon nods. Have I gotten lonely sometimes? Sure. Did she miss what they had? When it was good, of course. He's always there for her, so of course she's thought about trying again. It's not like I fantasize about it, or anything. Sharon then asks, can you look me in the eye and tell me you've never thought about being with me again? Nick tells Sharon, of course, I've thought about it. Of course I have. He even thought about leaning in. But then he remembers the history that's there. There's a lot of pain. He'd hurt her badly. She says she'd hurt him too. He wonders how she could forgive him for that and feels fortunate that they're friends. We're in a great place. I'd probably just mess things up again. Sharon shrugs. They might get it right this time. Nick likes where they're at and will always be there for her no matter what. That's never going to change. At the old ranch, Adam orders an op-ed on Billy's new company being destined to crash and burn. He disconnects and turns to see Chelsea, who says, "This is about payback." He says he's not looking for payback. She replies, "Well, you're going to get it." Adam says the call was just about work. She tells him he's off the clock, and suddenly he notices she's set up a romantic dinner. It's payback, like she said. Adam thought maybe he was in trouble, but he hasn't done anything wrong lately. He learns that she cooked something and teases that he set the bar pretty high the other night. Chelsea tells him it brought them closer. She wants to reciprocate. Sitting, Chelsea muses to Adam that it's never too late for another chance at romance. They speculate at the story of an older couple holding hands that Adam saw the other day. Maybe they figured out how to finally get it right. She hopes it doesn't take them that long. Adam isn't concerned as long as they get there. He wonders if she thinks they're moving too fast. "Where are you with what's happening with us?" Chelsea is comfortable with it. Adam is too. They're not a full-fledged couple again, but they're not lovesick teens either. Adam teases that she makes him feel like a kid again. They have to take it one day at a time. Chelsea agrees. They have to stay in the moment and create great memories together. She unveils the meal, which is quiche Lorraine. Adam tells her it's incredible. She won't share her recipe. Romance requires mystery. After eating, Adam tells Chelsea that was one of the best meals he ever had. They discuss Connor being at the main house with Johnny. They'll be gaming all night, struggling to talk to each other. Chelsea admits she's a little nervous. Adam tells her there's no pressure. She just wants to get it right this time. Adam agrees, but it's making them work too hard. "We've already won at love. You usually don't get a do-over." Chelsea decides to bring out dessert. It's homemade cake. "I thought I would try again," she laughs. Adam tastes it and tells her it's the best cake he's ever had. She muses, "Sometimes if you try again, you do get it right." They banter, and she pretends to wipe frosting off his face. He puts some on her nose as they joke about liking things messy. Adam moves closer, and they talk about trusting their instincts. Maybe Baltimore wasn't a mistake. She doesn't need perfect, just real. They kiss. Soon, they're in the bedroom undressing. She tells him she's ready to make some happy memories, and he puts her on the bed, where they make love. After, they decide they'll cook breakfast together. But note they still have the rest of tonight. They start kissing again. At the club, Kyle asks Tracy why Alan thinks his phone was hacked. She tells Kyle, Jack and Diane about the text messages that said, "Security breach at the clinic. Precautions enacted." She frowns. They seem like alerts. It's Kyle's turn to frown. He shares, Summer said Sharon and Phyllis were being held at a clinic. Tracy asks, "Where is this clinic?" Kyle says it was somewhere outside of town and was abandoned. Tracy reasons that if it was abandoned, there would be no security to breach. Jack asks if Kyle thinks it has some tie to the alerts on Alan's phone. Kyle doesn't see how. What would Alan have to do with a place that hasn't seen patients in years? Tracy just thinks it's odd. Maybe the people who took Phyllis and Sharon are targeting Alan too. The Abbotts suggest she put it out of her mind and focus on her wedding. Diane asks if they've told Ashley yet. Tracy says they'll tell her when they get to Paris. She's worried that she'll think they're rushing. Jack says he'll take care of Ashley. Tracy should just savor the moment. At Crimson Lights, Nick urges Sharon to go to London. She needs this time with their kids. Sharon will go, but says they'll be disappointed he didn't come. "Are you sure? There's nothing I could say that would change your mind." Nick will give it some thoughts. Summer comes in and tells them she's worried about her mom. She tells Sharon, "I think your whole ordeal has really hit her hard." Summer says her mother is just off, acting erratic and losing her train of thought. She's usually so sharp. Sharon points out she was drugged and may need to see a doctor. Nick agrees to come with Summer to check on Phyllis. He tells Sharon that he'll think about what they were talking about and let her know what he comes up with. Sharon asks him to let her know if there's anything she can do for Phyllis. At the club, Diane offers to help Tracy with her wedding planning if she needs it. They joke about Jack being stressed about the home renovations. Tracy gets a call from Alan and steps away. The other three talk about how wonderful it is to see her so happy. She returns and says her head is spinning again. Alan is at the airport. He's purchased the last ticket on the last commercial flight out to Paris tonight. Jack and the others are stunned at the news that he's going alone. Why not stick with the original plan and go together on the jet? Tracy explains that he said he needs some time. He is preparing some kind of surprise for her. Jack says, "Well, this fellow is just full of surprises, isn't he?" Tracy sighs and looks worried.